Hello, football fans. Well, we're here. It's the Thanksgiving weekend coming up, but week 11 was crazy. The Packers will enter this week coming off a win. Good win against the Chargers. Um, AFC North was full of turmoil. Well, mostly. Uh, Ravens and Bengals each lost key players during their game. The Ravens won, but they lost Mark Andrews. And not only did the Bengals lose the game, they lost their star quarterback. So they're pretty much done. Uh, the Browns beat the Steelers, but the Steelers actually finally fired Matt Canada, so it's like the Steelers won. Uh, the Rams pulled off a big win against the Seahawks, and the Niners just trounced Tampa. And Sunday game was the Vikings coming up short against Minnesota. That definitely helped the Packers a lot. We're a game and a half out of behind the playoff line, and we're actually eighth in the conference. We're the first team behind it. You know, this is a good sign. Um, oh yeah, Monday Night Football. That was the main event, the Super Bowl rematch. Pardon, and it was a. I called it a savior for fantasy football owners, myself included, because, like I said, it was Eagles and Chiefs, and those are two teams full of players that pretty much everybody has on fantasy. You know, Mahomes, Kelsey, Hurts, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, you name it. Um, in my case, I needed Hurt. I had Hurts and Butker one team. I needed them to combine to get things going, but Hurts was playing so badly that Bucker actually had about four times as many fantasy points as he did. Thankfully, Hurts. Yeah, Bucker had four times as many fantasy points as Hurts did. I think that's what I said. And thankfully, Hurts got out of it with a couple of touchdowns, including that tush push. So, yeah, the Eagles ended up winning that game. So the Chiefs, they need to solve their second half woes, but they'll get it together. It's Kansas City. But yeah, I just wanted to briefly get through that because I really wanted to do this earlier because I wanted to concentrate on Thanksgiving, but I just kind of I decided I kind of crib noted. But yeah, it was a crazy week. The Eagles improved to 9-1, 9-1. Well, they were pretty much the team to beat the NFC before this. Now they really are. But yeah, we're at that final week of the heart of the season. After this, that's when things get serious. There'll be 6 weeks left after this. And the playoff implications are going to be big, big, big. But here's what's in store for us. First, Thanksgiving. I love this year's Thanksgiving games because it's 3 games. They're all divisional and they're all in the NFC. The North, East, and West are represented. First, the North. It's the Packers in Detroit against the Detroit Lions. And of course, the Lions are coming off when they beat the Bears, but they struggled. And Jared Goff kind of sputtered a bit through 3 interceptions, but got bailed out. But yeah, so that starts the Thanksgiving festivities. And then the East we represent with the Commanders and the Cowboys. The Commanders, oh boy, the Commanders are in trouble. They're 4-7. They're below the 4-6 teams. There's a four-way tie for 4-6, and then you have the Commanders at 4-7. They're right below those teams, and if they lose this week, they could they probably could be eliminated the next like 2 weeks after this. Meanwhile, the Cowboys need to win to have any hope of taking the NFC East. And then on prime time, the West will be represented with the Niners and Seahawks, and the Seahawks are in a bit of peck of trouble too. Thing is, this is the first of 2 meetings between these two teams, which means it's going to be tough for the Seahawks. Luckily for them, they have this at home, but it's the Niners, so it's still tough. And this week, history will be the first ever Black Friday game. Dolphins the Jets. That's the game. And of course, the Jets. We all know this story. They finally bet Zach Wilson. They're starting Tim Boyle. We'll see how that goes. As for Sunday's action, the Steelers go to Cincy. Should be very interesting. Steelers fire Matt Canada. Bengals without Joe Burrow. We'll see what happens. Um, the Rams are in Arizona to face the Cardinals. The Bills and the Eagles face each other. The Bills got that big blowout win over the Jets. They needed it because they lost that game. They would have been in trouble. And the Browns are 7-3. They could improve to 8-3 in Denver. Sunday game is Ravens and Chargers. And Monday night game is Bears and Vikings. Oh, any chance the Bears beat them? Who knows? But anyway, that's my brief recap of Week 11. It was a crazy week with a lot of insane stuff. And now, here it is. We're into Thanksgiving week. If you like this video, click the like button. For those on YouTube, click subscribe if you want more. For those on TikTok, feel free to hit that follow button. My story in Week 11 will be featured. Check it out when you can. And I'll be back next week to recap Week 12. So with that, I say stay tuned and have a wonderful Thanksgiving.